right. Looks like we already have a really great crowd, so I think it actually is good to go now. If you guys are ready, just let me know whenever.
Yeah, good to go now.
Awesome. Welcome up to the stage, Joe. Well, my name is Grifton. I'm going to be co-hosting this space today with Ross Boss, who will be here very shortly. I just wanted to thank the Illogics team for joining us, and congrats on their successful launch. And I'm looking forward to learning about you guys, your project, and what we have going forward.
Sounds good, man. Thanks for having us.
Yeah, for
Yeah,
sure. Thanks for having us.
of course. Thanks for joining us, especially since you guys are probably so busy. And I'd just like to start off with just asking you guys to give yourselves a little introduction and maybe a little backstory on your project and what it is.
Yeah, I can go first quick. So a little background on me. I've been in the NFT space since about September, and I've been a mod community manager for various communities. And then with Illogics, my role is community manager as well. And I was brought on board back in October, since most of us are actually in real life friends. So we came together and built up this project.
Yeah, for sure. And I'm overnight. I'm just on the Illogics account here today. Yeah, I guess I'm one of the lead devs, part operation manager for Illogics. And then yeah, I'm a full stack dev, and I first started my transition in early 2017 into Web3 development. I've worked with the likes of decentralized exchanges, gaming protocols, engineering social incentive programs, and creating Web3 onboarding systems. So yeah, I've I love the Web3 space. It's pretty much what I do.
Well, thanks for those introductions there, guys. I just want to get into it. I was just looking at your project, Illogic's Twitter page, and the first thing in your bio is that it's inspired by the mind of Timmy Drift. Could you get into that guy? And it looks like he's your artist. And how did you find him?
For sure. Yeah, actually, when we first came about when we first thought about this idea in October, we were connected with Timmy, and we fell in love with his unique style of art right away. He's a super talented street artist, muralist coming out of Toronto, where actually most of our team is from. And if anybody's actually lived or has visited Toronto, you might recognize a lot of his murals that are all over the city. He's super talented. I don't know if he's here in the audience today, but if you are, Timmy, um, you know, unreal art, and the messaging behind all the art is fantastic. Yeah, that's a little bit about Timmy. I wish he was here to talk about the art and all of his inspirations. But Joe, do we have any inspirations from where the art came from with Timmy?
Yeah, I don't want to speak too much on it, but from what he said in other spaces and like in our team chats as well, it's inspired from 90s cartoons and kind of like the skateboard culture. So that's kind of like the inspiration.
And he's been drawing it for years and years. I think he said the first time he started drawing these Illogics characters were back in like 2010 or even maybe even sooner.
Very cool. You guys sound like some young guys. He must be, an older cat if he's been doing art since the 90s. And you said that he's a pretty popular artist around your town. So, before you were connected with him, was this somebody that you had known about from living in Toronto?
No,
Uh,
actually, no. It was actually interesting. I guess way that we've kind of come up with Timmy, and we met him through one of our other team members, and he just met him at like a street festival, and we just all fell in love with his Instagram, and we're like, this is insane. Um, this needs to be recognized more, and that's a problem with the street art and all that. Is just I guess these artists are more so they just want to stay behind the scenes, and um, yeah, we're kind of just bringing life to all of Timmy's work. And yeah, I guess Joe, did I miss anything?
yeah, I think you covered it. Tim's actually he's not that old. He's late 20s. I think just the inspiration came from like the 90s style, I'm pretty sure. So yeah, he's late 20s.
Okay. Yeah, thanks for clearing that up. I must have misheard when you were talking about that 90s inspiration. I thought you were saying that he had done some work throughout the 90s there in Toronto. So along with this awesome art by Timmy, what's your roadmap looking like? What's the utility, I guess, the magic buzzword for this project?
For sure, yeah. We have a bunch of utility popping out in the next week or so. We have a whole graphic coming out in the next couple hours. It's going to outline everything, how we're doing everything, just in an easy graphical way to visualize it. We've got everything from staking to being able to re-roll your NFTs and being able to purchase merch through our group ecosystem, which actually isn't an ERC token. And then we've got everything from our whitelist shop and everything that we're building beyond that, which we haven't announced yet, which is really get which gets me really excited. But yeah, that's where we're at with the development and utility.
Sorry about that. I had thought I'd unmuted myself. So when you're talking about re-rolling your NFT, does that mean that you're going to be burning it and essentially possibly getting a more rare NFT with different traits, or how is that going to work? What's the technology behind that?
For sure. So, our whole premise behind everything we do is to be as fair and transparent with everything. We're actually utilizing Chainlink technology, their VRF technology, to ensure that there's no tamper-proof way that somebody can game the system to get a better logic by manipulating smart contract data or time functions on the blockchain. I can get super technical, but without going into all that, our rerolls actually don't overwrite. You can't. I guess the best way to explain this is when a holder does the reroll, they get a chance of getting a stronger logic, but at the same time, or a rarer logic or a less rare logic. And this is only pertaining to the first 20 days after mint. And there's no burning of NFTs at all. It's just a swap of your DNA. And with your DNA, that's how your metadata is created in your images, and that's all that.
Interesting. I'm not sure if I've really seen anything that goes along that way. I think I've seen some where they have like a reroll mechanic. That sounds really neat. Um, so you guys are sold out. I haven't really looked into it. When do you guys have a reveal period for these NFTs?
Yeah, actually, so our reveal's happening tomorrow, and we're doing stuff a little bit illogical here. So our reveal for our general collection is tomorrow, and our one of one reveal is actually on Saturday. So we're gonna have a graphic outlining how this all works, how it's all built into our contract. How it's a tamper-proof system for generating every single logic and all of the one of ones. And yeah, it'll be super cool. It's something new that we haven't seen in the space before, and looking forward to see how the community reacts to how this fair system of NFT distribution works.
Awesome. Now your art, I feel like would be really well done if it was animated. Do you guys possibly have a animated 101 that you could maybe leak alpha about? Is there any animated 101s in this collection?
Yeah, actually, we've got 10 one of ones that are fully animated. I don't know if you've seen them on the Twitter, or they're all over our website as well. They're the gold Illogics. Those are the one of ones, and then we've got also 10 one of ones that are just like the blacked out Illogics, which are so we're gonna have 21 one of ones total. The animated ones being the more sought after ones, and then yeah, we've got those other 10.
So it looks like you guys already have some merch. And actually, real quick before I get into it, I'm going to pull up my co host who is here finally. Welcome, Ross.
Yo, what up?
Hey, welcome up, Ross.
Yo, thanks,
How's
Grifton.
it going?
What's up, Illogics? I'm happy to be here with you guys. My apologies for being late. My Web2 manager is being a bit of a illogical man himself, and not in the fun, goopy way.
Well, welcome up, man. We were just going over the art, the utility, and I was just about to ask him a question about this merch that I saw they already have some examples of posted up on their Twitter. So, are you guys going to be launching with some merch here soon? And is that going to be possibly free for holders? I know that's kind of a new popular meta that a lot of people have spoken about.
We love
Yeah.
free. We love free. That's all up our alley. Joe, do you want to go over it?
Yeah, so the merch you guys saw was just the beanies. We made those pretty high quality, embroidered. What we did was people that were on our whitelist got access to a special lottery bot in our Discord. You could hit once a day with the command exclamation point beanie, and it was random if they won it, and then we shipped them out to them. So that's just like a first little teaser. But right now we're working on designs, and it's gonna be a full kind of streetwear aspect. We want to turn Illogics into a full-on brand, make sure everything's completely wearable. So the garments are gonna be all high quality. They're gonna be on like OVO blanks, Nike blanks, Champion blanks, and our drops are gonna be in batches. So it's gonna be super limited, first come first serve, and it's gonna be purchasable via Goop. And then the holder just has to pay for shipping costs, or else we'd be in a big hole if we had to pay all the shipping.
Yeah, for sure. Our big
Oh,
thing is to actually create, merch that's wearable, right? Well, I see, I know that there's a lot of projects out there to just want to put their logo on something and call it a day, right? We're going to be really unique here with everything that we do. We're going to be having, more than just merch. We're going to have accessories. I don't know if you guys have seen the skateboards that Timmy has been making, but we're going to have all of that stuff available, for Goop, right? Being able to mint a free NFT and then just being able to claim free merch is, something that I think is really cool. And I love giving out stuff for free, so, and I know everybody else loves to get stuff for free. So that's our whole motto, and yeah, I can't wait for everybody to see what we've got in store for that.
yeah, I just wanted to chime in for a second. I am pumped up that these blanks are like OVO, Nike, and Champion. I mean, I have looked into like making clothes for a long time, and most people just skimp so much on the blanks. So the fact that you're actually having these quality blanks and, like you said, a free mint to get free merch, that's awesome. Like, I'm over here hyped. Just went from Web 2 lows to the Web 3 highs. I'm strapped in, guys. I love it.
I agree, man. I don't mean
Thank
to,
you.
keep harping on this, but I had just met a lot of people in the streetwear industry when I was out at NFTLA, and we were talking about like the Antisocial Social Club, and I know a guy who's really close friends with the creator, and he was telling me that all they use over there are like Gildan shirts, and they sell them for $120. So to hear that you guys are going the extra distance to make this some worthwhile clothing that'll last you, I think is important because if this is a project that's a lifelong project for people, they're going to want to be able to hold that Genesis merch. So I applaud that.
Thank you. Yeah, anti-social social club. That just shows brand power right there and hype. People love that brand, and it was all
Yep.
Gildan, so it's so cheap for. They're making so much money.
Yep. Yep. That's what we were talking about. So going forward, past the merch and everything, is there any maybe alpha that you guys haven't spoken about that maybe we could drop for the viewers listening today? It looks like we have 209 followers, which I think is by far the largest spaces Ross and I have held together under MVHQ. So we appreciate all you here today.
For sure. I guess the alpha that just going back to our whole process of creating Illogics and our whole ideology with everything is we started building this in October. We didn't start marketing this until January, when we knew that everything that we wanted to do was actually feasible and possible, right? And so when we reveal something to the public, that means that we're pretty much done the implementation of it. We're tested out, and that's when we're going to tell, and we're just going to launch it. In terms of alpha, though, I just want to give you guys something that you guys can take out of this call for being here today. And we really appreciate all the listeners and take this and kind of build it into whatever kind of mindset or anything that you want to do with the brand of Illogics is that, and we're trying to build the strongest Illogics army here. And so with all of the reroll and all of the fair stuff that we're doing, maybe you can kind of come up with an idea of what we're trying to accomplish here. But that's what I'll leave with you guys today in terms of alpha.
Well, thank you for that, guys. I know that's always a hard question for any devs and founders that I speak to on here, but I have to press for it because us here at Metaverse headquarters, we're always trying to look for every little scrap of that alpha that we can grab. I wanted to pass it over to Ross since you had just got here, man. Did you have any questions? You seem like you know a bit more about this project than myself. So go ahead, buddy.
Oh man, I guess I just have so much energy right now, Griff. Like I'm usually in a very analytical mood, but I've just been doing that auditing all day. I'm just like hyped, honestly. First and foremost, I want to commend you guys on the art. It's just really creative and different. I'm sure you guys have already talked about Tim, right? Did I miss that? Did you guys already talk about Timmy?
Yeah,
Yeah,
we touched on Tim. Yeah.
yeah. See, hopped in late. I guess like other than just being transparent and open, is there anything that you really feel differentiates your projects from the other ones coming out? I know that's maybe like a broad question, but if you have anything to say on that, I'd love to hear it.
Yeah, for sure. So we're a team of builders. Most of our team is actually devs. And with that said, our whole ideology within the space is, you know, how can you keep longevity here, right? That means creating value for your own community while, we're taking this other approach of creating value for other communities. And like I said, we're a group full of builders, and we're really inspired to make the Web3 space a better place for all. In terms of that utility. For example, our Get Layered platform being able to offer stuff like that. I don't know if you guys are familiar with it, and I wish Doomful was here to kind of go through it. It's our custom banner building application for projects that want to onboard into our systems. But our whole outlook into the future is how can we create utility for projects that can't create utility for themselves, right? We have the dev power to do stuff like that, and it'll really incentivize how Illogics holders and our community, as well as all the other communities in the space, think about utility for themselves. Sure.
So I have an awesome segue here because we talked to a lot of like projects about their actual projects, but just knowing that you have a team of devs, I would love to talk to you just about your thoughts on the NFT space as a whole. Because this is something I think about a lot, and I'm sure a lot of people do too, right? When we think about utility right now for NFTs, we're really just getting like the airdrop over and over and over, and maybe there's some merch, and I definitely appreciate, like, it sounds like you guys are going to be making some really cool merch, but what are some of the ways that you might see utility, evolving into as this space is developing? And have you given any thought for like some mold breakers for utility?
For sure. I think, the biggest thing for us, and, in terms of any other business out there in the world, it's like, how do they solve a problem, right? And so we're constantly thinking about the space and the problems that happened, right? Our first like big thing and like big idea for how we could change the space and solve a problem was our fair launch system, this integration with Chainlink to allow, a fair distribution of Illogics and make sure that, the people are getting the NFTs that they're meant to have, and there's no sniping, happening behind the scenes with whoever it is that may know information about, where NFTs are placed in the metadata, right? That's a big problem that we've solved with our launch. The other problem is, I would love to talk about all our ideas, but we'd love to kind of put them out before anybody else. But that's our whole ideology: is how do we solve problems in the space? And we're working on even more platforms to solve that kind of stuff already, and I can't wait to share with everybody. I hope I answered the question.
Oh my God, absolutely, man. You just hit a home run with that one. That's sick. Did we already ask questions? I'm so sorry for coming into this late. Like I said, not ideal, but did you guys already talk about the fair launch? Because like that sounds really cool, and I'm sure everyone listening would love to hear more about this fair distribution system. Just want to make sure we weren't already harping on it.
No, that's a great question, man. I'd love to hear that.
Okay, awesome. Yeah, I'll touch on it right now. So for our mint, we're actually using Chainlink VRF technology. For those who aren't familiar, and for those who didn't mint our NFT, that still means like we're an NFT that minted on Ethereum, and VRF just means verifiable random functions. So this use of VRF actually allows us to offer a tamper-proof system for generating unique DNA on chain. And at a much cheaper alternative than hosting attributes on chain. There's been, I think, one or two projects that have hosted attributes on chain that have done something like this. But at the end of the day, it's still not random. It still can be manipulated with timestamps or whatever. If people know what they're doing, and there are people out there that know how to manipulate stuff, and the way we're using VRF makes it impossible. So this VRF pretty much returns a DNA for each logic, and this represents the background, the body, the attributes of the logic. And this is what's actually being changed when you're doing a reroll. So, this procedure allows, and it did allow all of our minters to, verify that the NFT that they got is the NFT they're meant to have. And like I said before, it just prevents, people with insider knowledge the ability to snipe favorable positions pre-reveal. And this is something that we're very, very passionate about, and we hope that a lot of projects follow in our footsteps over the next forever, right? It's just there's no reason to not adopt this kind of code and this kind of structure within their projects. And we can't wait to see all the projects come after us utilizing our code, and we've already seen it. And we've seen so many projects just reach out, and projects that are already adopting it, and it's something we're really super proud of.
So I'm going to be that kid in math class who's like scared to raise his hand because he doesn't want the rest of the class to think that he's not smart, but secretly hopes that the rest of the class has the same question. I think for some of us who aren't devs or maybe aren't behind the projects, we don't have a full understanding of how are these NFT pieces generated, right? So you're talking about the reroll system that you guys are implementing, which I saw in your roadmap and sounds really cool. When stuff is being generated beforehand, how is it that people know to snipe these specific rarities? I know that they have the metadata, but I was under the impression that the art is all generated beforehand and then they just shuffle the metadata once to sort of mix up the numbers. Are you guys with this new reroll system and being able to do that regenerating everything, or is it already all pre-generated and then you're again just shuffling metadata?
Yeah, for sure. So I guess the easiest way for me to kind of explain this is tomorrow we're going to be calling this function on our contract that gets a random number back from Chainlink. And so this acts as a seed for every single logic, and every single logic's DNA is assigned with using that seed. So once we get that seed, we input it into our own image gen process, and that's what generates your unique traits. So nothing is generated ahead of time. It's all generated when it should be, and before there can be any manipulation that happens. And yeah, that's kind of the whole process. A lot of the other projects that we've been watching over the past couple of months, and I don't know, and I don't want to call out any projects at all on here, but there's metadata leaks all the time, and maybe it's them posting it on test nets, or I guess maybe project owners maybe share something, or if it's the project owners or devs on their team that might want to buy the rare one of ones beforehand because they know those positions. That's kind of the process in which it works for, and that's what we're trying to change here with our whole fair launch system. I hope that answered the question. If you have any other questions or need clarity about it, feel free.
Oh, dude, you're absolutely nailing this, by the way. You're crushing these questions for real.
Appreciate it.
Hey, appreciate you. Grifton, any follow-ups?
No, as a non-dev, that flew right over my head for the most part. But no, I understood it for the most part, I think, and I really appreciate you going in depth there. And I'm sure that the entire space really enjoyed hearing a bit about how you guys really went into this with passion and care, not only for your own project but for the entire space going forward. I think that's a huge part of what everyone was super bullish on for the Zuki team at the very beginning of their project, because they are pioneering a system that has greatly benefited the space. And I look forward to seeing what else you guys are going to be able to do to make some pioneering moves in the NFT space.
For sure, we're just trying to be illogical here. So anything you see from us is going to be super unique.
I love to see it. I think that's probably the brain that you have to have if you're a developer. I guess a bit illogical. So it's fitting that you guys are mainly a team full of devs. Now talking about your team, I kind of wanted to hark back to the very beginning of our conversation when you introduced you guys. Um, so you guys said you guys grew up together up in Toronto for the most part, and it sounds like you guys have been in crypto for a while if you're developers. But who got who in? Who brought this passion to the Illogics team, and how long have you guys been in this space?
Great question. It kind of started, just like a huge brainstorming session. And I've been in the space for a while. I've been developing, doing Solidity since like 2017. Um, I've been in the space since like 2014. But, when we first started in October, it was just kind of like, this is cool. Like Timmy's art is sick. We have like, personally, like I just have all my friends are pretty much developers, and I have grown up with them, and we've kind of, we're just nerds, right? So we thought about this, and we're like, how can we like, how can we do something here? How can we make the space a better place for all? And how can we leave a meaningful impact? Um, and I think we accomplished it. We're not anywhere near where we want to be. We want to keep going, and we're going to keep building. Um, in terms of like how we started and who brought up the idea, it kind of just came from like, just viewing Timmy's art and being like what I said, just how can we make a change? And we just talked amongst our friend group, and we got in, whoever we got in the bright minds into our team, and um, started brainstorming and going from there. So I don't think there was just one person or anything. It was just kind of like a let's do this as a team and let's see what we can do here.
Awesome. So is this the first foray into a project for you guys, or have you guys just been dabbling around for years within the crypto space, and this is maybe your first NFT project?
Yeah, it's just been dabbling, like I've worked on like decentralized I was worked at a decentralized exchange back in like 2017. That's when I first started getting into stuff. Um and really moving into like, the crypto space. But I've worked on just like a couple of things here and there, dApps, and just this is like the first big hit here. This is awesome. I love it. Joe, if you want to speak, I know you talked about like you've worked with some other things on community management and stuff, but yeah, we have a good background as well on our team. Um, but yeah, that's me.
Yeah, I guess speaking from the community side, we're got a lot of devs, 7 full-time devs. Then we also have the community side, so it's gonna be like a 50-50, right? We think it's super important to build out utility within Web3, but then brand awareness is also super important to us. So we have that side of the team focusing on that. Beyond just Twitter and Web3 exposure, it needs to go on like a global scale where outsiders learn about Web3 via Logics. That's one thing we're going to push super heavy is brand awareness throughout Toronto. We're lucky to live there, and it's a huge, huge city. Millions of people. It's great to network. We're going to connect with a bunch of people that are still in like the Web2 space, businesses, and yeah, we're going to completely build it out. I think it's super important to do both.
I think, and just touching on what Joe said is, and what I just said before is, nobody really knows us in the space, right? And this is what we've done here with the Logics is, creating a name for ourselves. And so everything that we do, going forward, hopefully people recognize us and will keep following what we're doing here and with the Logics, and just, creating the best space possible. Oh, we've got Timmy here as well. Should I invite him up?
Oh
That'd
my
be
God,
awesome.
yeah, bring him up.
Let's get him up here. Um, I actually don't know how. Grifton, are you able to invite Timmy up?
Yeah, I'm just searching through this large crowd that we have here, finding
Oh,
him.
requested. Here he is, Timmy. There you go.
There.
Everybody wants to hear from you, Timmy.
Hey, what's up? Just wanted to say, like, I'm in a public place, so yeah, there might be some background noise, but yeah, good to connect with you guys.
Yeah, welcome up to the stage, Timmy. We did a little bit of talking about you earlier, but they weren't really able to explain, your passion and your creative behind this project. Is that something that you could get into?
Yeah, for sure. Um, yeah, so like I've always drawn these creatures, and this is kind of the first time giving them like a proper like world and universe, and like really building out the lore, and creating a kind of really interesting magical world for everyone.
Now you said lore there. Could you get a little bit into the story behind these little goops?
Yeah, we've got a couple people on the team working on the lore and the stories. So yeah, they're the Illogics from planet Illogic, and they had to flee their planet, and they crash landed on Earth.
So they sound like aliens. Are we ever going to be able to expect maybe some goop spaceships or something like that for the holders in the future?
I guess the one thing that I'd like to touch on for the lore is it ties into literally all everything that we do. That's going to tie into all of our utility within our project, and there's a huge there's a broader scope to everything. And um, as we continue to create our lore will continue to go out to the community, and it'll make sense in terms of like everything that we're putting out and everything we're doing.
Awesome. Yeah, I guess we can't get too into it, but I'm looking forward to watching the story develop over time. And Timmy, again, thanks for coming on, especially while you're out and about. Um, Ross, did you have any questions for Timmy here? I know you were looking forward to talking to him.
Yeah, man. I just wanted to say you have a really cool art style, and I really appreciate that you weren't afraid to like introduce new characters into NFT world, if that makes sense. Like, I think it's just refreshing to not have like an animal or just something that's a derivative of a derivative of like a derivative. So, yeah, man, it's just really cool. I just wanted to commend you on that and just have a chance to say, hey.
Awesome, thank you. Really appreciate it. Yeah, it was nice to do something that's not like a yeah total derivative, and yeah, something fresh for the scene.
It's awesome. It's like everybody gets to own a little piece of Timmy's mind now. It's awesome.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's an incredible feeling.
Yeah, this makes me think of maybe a similar project just because of the name Goop, but Goop Dudes, that's a guy that has been doing his art for a number of years. And I think that is something that people can really rally behind in this space. Just like with Cool Cats and Klon, we love IPs that are before the Web3 space era and are being transcended into it.
Yeah, that's a pretty crazy coincidence, because that's another Toronto artist that ended up releasing his collection like right around the same time as us. But yeah, very like similar mentality, and yeah, like that's the art he's been working on for years and years.
So, could there be the possibility of a Goop Dude and a Logix collab? That would be sick.
Yeah, definitely. Like I'm in talks with him. Like we're gonna meet up at some point, and yeah, I'm sure a collab will go down.
See, that's the kind of alpha I was looking for. Thank goodness we got Timmy up here. Thanks for spreading that, Tim.
Goop X Goop 2022.
I love it.
Goop is really going to be taking over 2022. Well,
yeah,
go ahead, Ross.
I was gonna ask you guys because this is something I've like always just been curious about, but no team before other than Goop Team has seemed like receptive to a question like this. So you guys are really innovating and just have made this a safe space. I feel like on your websites, like how do you pick your PFP for your collection before it releases, like pre-reveal? Do you guys go through all of them? And like Timmy, if you picked your little dude with the spiral and the top hat, like what made that resonate with you?
I mean, I didn't necessarily pick that one. That was the devs that picked those images there. But like, I'm happy with all of them. So yeah, I could have used any of them. Um, yeah, I guess it's just ones that um, yeah relate to people. I know like Ov really likes the Octo,
I love
and
Rocco.
yeah, and Joe's got his Gobi that he's been using.
Yeah, Timmy can't pick a baby, so he's got to pick a favorite child, right? So
Yeah, I'll just have someone else pick for me. I see Deos in here with his goop and the mini goop.
I appreciate it. I've always just been so curious. I'm really. Has anyone else in the audience out there thought that, like, oh, like, how did this person decide that they wanted like the character with sunglasses here? So interesting to know that the devs sort of have a hand in that.
Yeah, I mean, what I was using on my Twitter before this, it was one of the blackout one of one options, which is those all just look really cool. So yeah, a lot of the team was using that as well.
So, like, when you actually mint the collection, when someone mints that one, will you change it?
Yeah, I mean, I'll change it to whatever the ones that I end up owning are. Yeah.
Very hype. All right, let's go. I'm gonna be honest, guys. I'm just distracted. I like want to freestyle so bad because I just have so much energy, but like it's 3:38, so I don't know if it's the time and place.
Hey, you know what? I'm just gonna give us a little self show. We are gonna be doing our own spaces, Ross and I, after, and maybe you can bust a freestyle then. But until then, we can just hang out with the Illogics crew. Now, I think that we're probably gonna do a Q&A here soon, in about 5 minutes or so, for anybody in the crowd that has a question that we weren't able to ask for you. So if you guys would like to start getting ready some thoughts and questions that you'd have for the team, we'll start bringing you up in here in about 5 minutes.
Yo, Illogics freestyle.
Oh yeah, yeah. I would love to if you guys will have me.
If you're gonna do it, I would love to see it. If they're cool, I'd love to see it.
I'm in
All
for it.
right.
I'm in for it. Let's see it.
Yo, Twitter Spaces, and we're chilling with Illogics. That makes no sense. Like jeans with no pockets. They're doing this for free. They're making no profits. They're making a better space for NFTs and Mo projects. Uh, Chilling here with Timmy. I hope he's vibing with me. If not, it'll be real embarrassing. People ask, "Hey boy, where your parents been?" I don't even know, but I got Mitch right beside me. Whole MVHQ crew, get behind me. Shout out to Grifton. Shout out if you're listening. This is just a little sample, something different. Chilling with the Logics, and you know we got it like that. Thank you for tuning in, and hope you tune in right back. Hey.
Let's go. That was awesome.
Let's go.
Let's go.
That was awesome.
Again, I think I can get Ross to bust down another one later on. So if you guys want to come through, that'd be fun. But yeah, I think this has been a great spaces so far. You guys have dropped a little bit of alpha. You got to learn about you guys' passion as developers, not only wanting to just drop a project and make money, but to try to make a little bit of a difference in this space, showing what the technology is out there. I think that's a really important thing that is overlooked by a lot of people.
Yeah, for 100%. And one little thing I want to add is once a reveal happens, most projects just have the PFP, but with their Get Layered service, everyone's going to be able to put that PFP onto a Twitter banner. It's kind of going to be like a double whammy. So PFP plus Twitter banner is going to be everywhere. And then you guys can see all the other projects we've onboarded onto that business. So that's we have a lot more projects going up there as well. So we're excited about that, building that out.
And when you say that, are you guys going to be offering this same ability for these Twitter banners with these projects you're collabing with on that?
Yeah, right now we currently have 3. So if you own an NFT from any of those collections, you can go onto our site. You can make your banners, put them on Twitter. And yeah, it's a B2B business, so it's kind of like Rarity Tools, a fee to go up on the site. And then yeah, from there, the owners just pay, and then holders have free access to making these like Twitter banners, basically like a Photoshop for dummies. It takes 10 seconds to make one, and our code takes away the background of your NFT, so you can just place it onto the banner.
Very cool, man. I love to see the interaction with other projects already from you guys. I think that is the next level of Web3 is seeing all these brands collaborate on ideas. So it looks like we have some people requesting. I don't know about you, Ross. Did you have any more questions or things to say before we got into a Q&A?
Nah, let's bring him up, Griff. This has just been so sick.
All right, looks like we got George coming on up. What's up, George? if he connects. He may be getting rugged. We'll give George just a little bit longer. All right, looks like we can bring up Throne for the time that George is still getting connected. What's going on, Throne?
Yo, what's up, fellow MBHQ member here? I see Mitch. Yo, what's up, Griff? What's good, Ross? Yeah, what's up, Illogics team? And MBHQ. I love the Illogics art. I think it looks dope. I had a question about the one-on-ones that you guys said. You guys mentioned that the one-on-one reveals will be after the initial reveal. How is that going to work? Is it going to be like all the one-of-ones are going to be revealed separately? Like, are some going to be raffled off in like an auction and donated? Like, I was curious about how that will, the mechanics of that reveal will work.
Yeah, for sure. I'm glad you asked this question. So tomorrow is our initial reveal. That's where every single NFT gets revealed. And then the next day after that is when we do our one-of-one reveal. So Saturday. And so how that works is the NFT that you may have on Friday, if you get one of those, one or one of those 20 one-of-ones, it will actually replace the Illogic that you got on the day before, so yesterday. So it's kind of like two reveal processes. It'll be super cool for everyone to kind of go through. And I don't think anybody would get too mad if they got their NFT on the initial reveal replaced by a one-of-one. And yeah, it's totally done in a fair way, with our Chainlink implementation, and it'll be super interesting. It's kind of the first that we've seen in terms of doing two reveals for an NFT project.
Yeah, that's awesome. Thank you so much for that. So does that mean that the metadata will show your Illogic as like a normal Illogic and then it'll just get replaced and then the metadata will change?
Correct. Yeah.
Oh, that's sick. That's awesome. Haven't seen a lot of projects do that, so that's super interesting. I love that all of that is still being, held like a second reveal surprise for the holders. I think it'll be really interesting to talk about, raise a lot of, generate a lot of interest. And I think, I love that you guys are rethinking that even from like the free mint process. So you guys are doing a great job. Thank you for bringing me up and thank you for the answer.
Yeah, appreciate it. And thanks for the question. It's an awesome one.
Thanks again, Throne. I love to see another fellow MBHQ member up here. I didn't give the shout out that I'd love to do at the very beginning. Shout out to MBHQ for hosting this space alongside Illogics. MBHQ is my favorite alpha group out there, and they really take care of us. We can talk about them a little bit more. Right now, we got Dota coming up. We'll see if he gets connected. It seems like some people are having some connection issues. Maybe it's because we got shout out to everyone out there. This has been a really popular space today and a lot of fun. Yeah, looks like Dota might be getting rugged like our buddy Sam did or whoever that was. We can bring up the next person.
Hey, this is my first NFT, and I just wanted to know about the potions.
Hey, awesome. I'm glad that the Illogics was your first NFT. I'm hoping that it was an awesome minting experience and that it didn't cost you too much gas to mint, and you'll stay in the space for the wild ride that we're all in. The whole potion process, I'll kind of go through it right now. So in a couple days, today we're going to reveal our whole timetable in terms of when stuff's going to be released. So look out for that on our Twitter later today. But for the potions, how it works is, through our staking process. When you stake your NFT, your Illogic, you're earning 10 goop per day per staked Illogic. And then once you have a certain amount of goop, you can do certain stuff on our platform, right? So you can do rerolls if it's within the first 20 days. Rerolls will cost 50 goop. And then we've got potions. Potions have, we have 3 potions, a V1, a V2, and a V3. And those, I don't want to get the numbers wrong off the top of my head. I can't remember them, but it's all on the white paper. And so, by staking your logic, you're earning that goop, and then you can spend that goop on the potions, which is going to get you a whitelist spot for, that mint, and you're just going to be able to just mint it and be able to use it against your logic to create a mutant logic.
Isn't it like 20, 50, and then 100 group per day?
Yeah, the mutants yield different group values. It's all outlined within the white paper. If you want to see the
Cool.
exact numbers and everything.
Yeah, thanks, Doomful and Joe. You guys are doing a great job. Yeah, this isn't really my first NFT, but I just want to come up and ask that question so you could tell people about
Hey,
the
you
super
got us
sick
there.
potions.
Well, thanks for the good question, Sam. We got Dota up next with the awesome ghost profile picture. Go ahead whenever you can, Dota.
Hey fam, I've been following y'all's launch, man. Congratulations on what a successful launch you guys have had.
Thank you. Appreciate
Yeah,
that.
We really appreciate that. It's been a long time coming, and it's awesome to see the support from everybody. We really appreciate it, Dota.
yeah. When I talk about transparency, like y'all are key. I think a lot of other projects could learn from you guys with that.
For sure, and I guess I'll give you guys a little bit more alpha just because Dota mentioned that, and he's made me pretty happy here. Is transparency is a big problem in this space, and that's something that we're going to be pushing, further towards with the next kind of utility platform that we come out with. And so, a big problem is, how teams may use their funds and how to track that stuff. So there's some alpha for you.
Very interesting. I think that there's been some issues recently in the NFT space kind of pertaining to that. So I'm interested to see what happens. Let's see. Let's get going. Zavi up here. And again, thank you to everyone that has came up and asked some awesome questions today. This is a little bit of something that we do at the end of every single spaces here at MVHQ because we love to be able to give you guys, the viewers, the chance to ask any questions that we may have overlooked. I'm just going to start bringing 2 people up at a time, I guess, because it seems like we're having some connection issues when people are connecting. It's taking a bit longer than normal.
What's up, guys? Y'all hear me?
Yeah, how's it going?
Going good, man. How you doing? I just had a question. I heard came in on the end of it. So as far as like the one of ones go, you said that they replace the ones after the reveal. So say tomorrow I have the reveal, on 2 Illogics. The day after, one of those would get replaced if it was the one on one. Is that what I'm understanding?
Correct. Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
So you have no idea if you have it or not until Friday.
Until Saturday.
Okay.
And Saturday will be the one of one reveal. Correct?
Gotcha.
Yeah.
All right, that was it, man. Thank you, guys, and I'm glad to be here.
No problem. Don't leave your Illogics listed on OpenSea, or else it might get taken from you. But there's some advice that can kind of throw off.
Oh,
Yeah.
well, I don't even have it listed. I just have people sending in offers. Is there a way to like not allow that or something?
What's going on, guys?
Hold on, Nasty.
No worries.
Yeah, don't worry about offers. We were just saying that we'll have an announcement out. We're posting it about how the reveal works. We'll warn people that it could change to one of one. So if you list it, that's on you. But yeah, we'll have a detailed announcement kind of explaining and outlining how the reveal process works coming today.
Okay.
So if there's any more further questions on that, we'll answer it all in the Discord.
Awesome. Thank you, guys. Y'all take care.
Appreciate the question.
Oh, is that for me? Sorry, guys, you
Oh
ready?
no,
Yeah?
go ahead.
Oh,
Go
yeah,
ahead,
yeah.
Natty.
So, but firstly, I just want to say I'm very excited about the project. Congratulations on launch. Obviously, it's gone really well. Just a question about future whitelist. Let's say, for example, is there anything you guys can drop on like the whitelist information? I'm really excited about the whitelist shop and whatnot, earning group and whatnot. But yeah, if there's anything you can share, I'll be happy to hear it.
Yeah, so I mean, right now we're working on forming some partnerships with some communities, seeing what whitelist spots we can get. So we're gonna try to accumulate a bunch before the shop goes live. It goes live. Spend goop on it. Since it's not ERC20, gas should be a bit more affordable when purchasing these spots. And yeah, so right now we're just working on gathering these spots, and we'll make sure we vet out all these teams and we'll do a deep dive into everything because you never know about bad actors in the space.
And something that I have a lot of passion for, and I think a lot of our community members have passion for, is other free projects, right? Um, we did pretty well with being a free project, and we liked that. We liked the outcome of how it worked, right? And we're going to be very supportive of other free projects in the future. So by purchasing a whitelist, it might mean a free NFT, right? So we're going to be collabing a lot with the free projects, making sure that their visions align with what we have, and yeah, it'll just benefit our holders because who doesn't love free?
Yeah, man, I can completely agree with that. Thank you so much for taking the time to answer the question.
No problem. Appreciate it.
Cheers.
Hey, how you guys doing today?
Awesome. How are you?
Good, man. I'd like to let y'all know this is my second NFT that I've ever gotten, and I got 2 of them. I was lucky to get a whitelist spot, and to be honest, it's insane what you guys have done. It's like truly, like after mint, I went to check OpenSea, and the first listing went up at 0.26, and I was like my heart dropped. I was like, holy, like like what you guys have done for free and the community you guys have built is something like completely unheard of. And I'd like to thank you guys. Not really a question, but
No, we really appreciate that. You almost made me cry there. Um, we've got so much good feedback, and we've been able to help so many people from around the world in terms of just giving them some value to do whatever they want. And a lot of our early supporters got rewarded with an NFT that's already worth a good chunk of change, and it's not something that it's something that we really respect, and we're like really like I don't even know the right word for it right now, but we're really proud of what we were able to do and happy that we were able to do that for our community. For sure. And yeah, we really appreciate that.
Thank you, man. Thank you for your time.
Yo, well, thank you. What's up, brother? Welcome.
That was an awesome message. I love that one.
Yo, how's it going, guys?
How's it going?
Yeah, so not really a question. I just pretty much want to take my hat off to you guys. This is honestly a dope ass fucking project. I love the way it just fucking came out, free, and with that, you guys pretty much changed a bunch of people's lives, and it's dope as fuck to see. Even with the transparency was fucking phenomenal. Even with the with gas being so high, you guys were transparent about that with the newcomers, and I thought that was pretty cool. I've never seen a project do that. So
sure,
yeah, pretty much take my hat off to you guys. That was fucking dope as fuck. I didn't get a whitelist, but I made sure I swept some off the floor because this is honestly a great project to be part of.
Appreciate you believing in us, and yeah, we won't let you down. Really appreciate it.
Yeah. I thought it was kind of funny because there was like some FUD in the Discord, and I was just laughing because I was like, dude, like it's a free mint. Like, what else do you want? These guys are working their ass off, and I know what it takes because I've seen other projects, in the long run, and I know what it takes for a project. And you guys did fucking great. You guys were fucking amazing, to be honest.
Thank you. We really appreciate that. Yeah, I guess the FUD was around the last 150 that kind of went to our private public sale. Yeah, we did
Yeah,
our
and
best
it's
to warn people to not go for it if you don't understand gas gwei. Luckily, I think it only went up to maybe like 50 gwei. It wasn't anything crazy. Then we got to shut off the mint. Unfortunately, I
yeah,
guess some people did lose some money, but it wasn't anywhere in like the 500-600. I think maybe $30 at max. So that was awesome to see, and I'm happy that the people that didn't end up getting one didn't get burned too bad. So we tried to warn everyone the best we could.
yeah, and that's amazing to see because there's always new people that come and they don't understand that factor. And yeah, at that pretty much at that stage, that's pretty much just gas wars, and people don't understand that. And you guys were so transparent about that. When I read that announcement, I was like, damn, bravo, you guys are fucking amazing. That's dope.
That's
Um,
what we're all about. That's what we're all about.
hell yeah. Well, that's pretty much all I wanted to say, guys. It's fucking dope as fuck. I'm here for the long run. And I'll see you guys in the Discord. I'll go ahead and step down now. You guys take
Much
care.
love, Abby. Much love.
Yeah, for sure. Later, guys.
See ya.
Hey guys, can you hear me?
Yep.
Hello. Hey guys, congrats to the team. Congrats on the launch, man. It's a freaking dope project for sure. I'll multiply times two all the words that the last guy said. Really excited about the project, and I had a quick question on the reroll. How will we know when the first reveal comes if we have a one of one? So how do we differentiate from the rest? The art is pretty sick. It's funky. I love it. But how will we know if it's a one on one so as to not re-roll and not screw it up?
Got you. So it'll if you take a look at our we posted a video. I believe it was yesterday or 2 days ago. It was our staking dashboard and our whole reroll process. So you're actually going to be able to see which NFTs you're going to be re-rolling. So I don't suggest re-rolling a one of one, but I mean you could do whatever you want with your NFTs, right? In terms
Oh,
of
okay. So you posted a video in the Discord?
no, I think it was on our Twitter account, right, Joe?
Oh, okay, okay. I'll
Yeah,
look it up. I didn't know.
yeah,
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
All right,
So
guys. Appreciate it and best of luck, man. We're here for the long run. Appreciate
thank
it.
you. Appreciate that.
Thank you.
All right. We could keep going, or we could end it here, guys. It's really up to the Illogics team and your schedule. I know you guys just launched, but we have a few more people, so it's up to you guys.
Yeah, let's give it another like 5-10 minutes and should be good.
Awesome.
Okay
Just
with that?
bringing up some people right now. You guys had a good time today?
Yeah, the space has been awesome.
Yeah, I
I mean,
agree.
this
Thanks
is
for
great.
coming, guys. What's going on, Gonzaju?
Hey, what's going on, everybody? How's everybody doing?
Doing well,
Doing
man. How you
awesome. How
doing?
are you?
I just wanted to say that Gonzavi is my brother. He was up here earlier, and just wanted to add on to what he was saying, and all praise to you guys. You guys are literally changing the NFT space and how you guys implemented the free mint and all of the utility, the reroll. You really start to question like how other projects like they even charge for a mint when you guys are just knocking out of the ballpark. And like my brother said, hats off to you guys. And we both got together and we sweat floor, and we're here for the long run.
We appreciate that. I guess the narrative that we're really trying to push across the community now is when free mint, right? When are these other projects gonna see what we've done and take notice and follow in our steps, right? It's let's sell our NFT or not sell our NFT, but give it away, and then show that we can build and create value for our holders without charging them anything, right? But I think that it all depends on what you're trying to accomplish. Our team is really utility based. We're trying to keep building utility for other projects that can't create utility for themselves. Maybe they have a lack of development team or whatever it may be, right? That was our view, and yeah, we really appreciate you and your brother, loving the project and here for the ride.
Yeah, for sure. We might be the first twins that you guys have on your guys' project.
Oh, that's awesome. That's sweet.
Yeah, but like I said, thank you guys for everything, and because of you guys, you kind of start to question like, oh, like where's the money going when all these people like are charging for the mints. So thank you guys for giving a new insight to the NFT projects, and you guys are killing it. I'm actually looking at the floor right now to see if I can pick up anything else.
Thank you, man. And
But
I just want to quickly say that
go ahead.
there's nothing wrong with charging a mint. As long as the team's super transparent and everyone knows where the funds are going, I see no wrong in it. As long as it's fair, you have a clear outline of exactly what funds you need, why you need this much
Sure.
money, where it's going. So like nothing wrong with it. Just be transparent and explain to community XYZ where these funds are going and exactly why you need this much money.
100%. Transparency is key. That is the most key thing. Yeah, really appreciate the question, Gonza.
Yeah, for sure. Thank you guys for bringing me up here. You guys have a good one.
All right, what's going on, Sun User?
Hey, how's it going?
Awesome. How are you?
Doing good. Yeah, so I've kind of been following this project for a little bit here and there. It's always been in the background. I didn't get on the whitelist for the mint, but when I saw it minting, I knew I had to grab some right off the floor. I don't know what about it. I mean, it's the art just grabbed me, and I love the look of it. I love the colors, how it just stands out. And then I was reading the white paper, and just the all the things that are coming along with it sound really good for long-term survival, because you know how NFTs are these days. You mint them and then you never hear from them again. So things are looking good so far off the bat.
Appreciate that. Our whole ideology was, we want to survive this cycle, but how do we make it to the next cycle and the next one after that? And it's a really keen interest in what we have and what we're doing. Yeah, we appreciate it.
Yeah, no problem. I'm wishing you the best of luck.
So how can someone get involved that didn't get in on the mint and the price is too steep and you wanna take part in this?
If the price is too steep, I mean, right now, we just minted, but one thing we're going to focus on is building relationships and long-term partnerships with different communities. So maybe some other communities have a lesser entry point, then maybe we get access to some of our channels. I mean, this is all in the works, speculation of what we want to do, but yeah, for sure, Web3 is all about community and cross collaboration, and what we can't do well, another community does well. What we can offer them, vice versa. So it's all about establishing partnerships and building out the brand.
Awesome. Appreciate you.
Yeah, no problem. Hope that answered the question.
Awesome. It looks like we finally got George up here for the final question of today's Spaces. What's going on, George?
Hey, what's up, guys? Can you hear me?
Yeah, loud and clear. How's it going?
Well, I was going to be the first question. Obviously, a bunch of the stuff got touched up on already, anyways. But I was going to say, as you guys can see my profile picture, I'm big on Cool Man's Universe. And I've been hearing a lot of stuff that I've been hearing over there from Coffee Dan about building the brand, about the lore, about the characters, about developing that stuff. I hear you guys talking a lot about utility now. I was going to ask kind of like, where you see these characters going. Is it more than just the utility in the NFT project? Or are you guys into like the animation, like art wise, where do you see it going?
Yeah, it's a great question. I mean, I'm not sure if you heard earlier when I touched on it. We want to focus heavy on utility in the Web3 aspect, Twitter presence, but then also expand the brand like globally to people that maybe don't even know what an NFT is yet. Just getting the word out there about Illogics up around Toronto and everything. That's the first step. Getting our merch out there, streetwear. It's important to bring brand awareness to the project beyond just this space.
Yeah, for sure. All that sounds familiar. Like I said, I've been hearing a Cool Man Coffee Dan talk about that for months now. So I know the importance of building the brand, and the more the brand gets built up, the better the utility gets. So it's definitely important.
Yeah, and I saw the wall that Dan did at NFT LA with all those other project founders. I thought that was pretty cool. I'd definitely be up for doing something like that with some other uh, like NFT artists. That'd be like a really interesting way to bring awareness.
Not to compromise your guys' artistic integrity on the brand, can I just pitch like you call them mutants or something? You have Illogics and then Illogics, so like maybe a hyphen in there, and they'll be like sick or something, like a little play on mutants, but maybe they're like have like red eyes or they're just tired and like just like grosser.
I like
I
that.
like
That's
that.
cool. Yeah.
That's awesome. Yeah, that's great. That's a great idea.
Awesome. Well, I think we can wrap it up here. I didn't know if you had any closing statements that you had wanted to mention, Ross.
No, just really appreciate getting to talk with you guys today. It's just a blast to have a fun project that actually cares about the community, and I can really tell from you guys that you like have good intentions and are just trying to steer this whole entire Web3 place into a better position. So always appreciate that. Love talking to builders and dreamers and all that. So thank you guys for joining us today. Thanks to the audience too. Like it is crazy. This is like the largest spaces I've ever been in. So watch out for Oak. We're coming for you, huh?
Yes,
For sure.
sir. Yeah, and again, thank you to the Illogics team. Sorry to interrupt there. I was about to ask, do you guys have anything to say before we close this one out?
I was just told that I can give a little bit more alpha for you guys if you guys want. You guys good for that? All right.
You
So
already know the answer to that, I think.
awesome. It's nothing too big that I can really elaborate on, but keep an eye out for everything that we're doing, and something that we have a lot of interest in as a team right now is AI, and so there might be some incorporations with that in terms of Illogics and AI. So keep an eye out for that.
That's the best, man. I always like it when somebody can serve up some alpha, and you guys came heavy with it today. I really appreciate your guys' time. Again, congrats on your successful launch. I can tell there's a lot of people really excited about this project, and it's going to make me do a lot more research even after our little talk here because I think I'm liking these things. And again, congratulations, and thank you so much for coming up today, you guys.
We really appreciate you guys having us. It's been a pleasure, and thank you to everybody that's come out to listen to us, and everybody that's been supporting us, since day one to right now and into the future. From the bottom of the team's heart, and we're so proud, and we can't wait to show you guys what we